Hi, good morning everyone. I'm JP Thong. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat, Malaysia, and today is day 91 of Mindful Morning Meditation. I hope everyone had a good rest last night, and as we're waiting for everyone to tune in, let's do a little bit of stretching right now. So let's stretch our arms. Remember to always breathe in and out as we stretch. Okay, let's change arms. Take deep breaths in and out slowly. All right, let's turn around, stretch the back. And turn the other way. All right. Tilt the head to one side, stretch your neck. Tilt the other way. Feel the pull on the neck. Stretch it. Tilt your head forward. And tilt it backwards. Okay, and we're done. Let's see who's here this morning. Hold on. Okay. Emily, Sukfan, Koklen, Yiman, Corinne. Good morning, and today I have Dr. Hank. Dr. Hank is with me right now on this side behind the camera. He's here because he stays in Bentong, so we're in the green zone, so it's safe, just in case you're wondering. Cindy and Jillian, thank you very much for tuning in. Okay, so, all right, so let's do the 9-round breathing meditation, okay, as we're waiting for the rest of you all to tune in. All right, so left hand out, thumb down, wrap your thumb into a fist, left fist under your right armpit, right hand on your left nostril, and breathe in slowly. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember to breathe out all the way. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Okay, right hand out, thumb down, wrap your thumb into a fist, right fist under your left armpit, left hand on your right nostril, and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Both hands on your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Okay, and we are done. Hi Jenny, good morning, 早晨. Okay, so if you just joined and you've missed the nine round breathing meditation, remember to just take deep breaths in and out as I am talking. Okay, so today we will continue with the 45-minute single-pointed meditation. And if you want to stretch more, especially your lower limbs, do that. Okay, are you comfortable with your jeans, Dr. Hank? Okay. See, now I can see him live, so I have to make sure he's comfortable. Most important is when we meditate, just wear very comfortable clothing that doesn't restrict your movement, so that because why? You want to have minimum distraction when you meditate. Minimum distraction. Okay, so always be comfortable and sit at the edge of the cushion. Okay, sit at the edge of the cushion. All right, so if everyone is ready, we will start with 45 minutes. And today we have Freon behind the camera. She will attempt to do. How long are you going to meditate with us today? 15 minutes. She can only do 15 minutes. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully she will add another 5 minutes by next week, just 20 minutes. Okay? So that's how we start. We take baby steps, and that's how we have arrived at 45 minutes. Okay, so are you ready, Freon? Okay, so let's go. So anyway, so let's sit at the edge again. Let me push my cushion back a little bit. Okay. You can have a sip of water now. It's better now, right? Now you can see everything. Okay. All right, so again, your hand, you can either put it like this, palm down, palm up, or you can place it like this. All right? And rock forward and backward until you find the center. Once you find the center, you can stop. Tilt your chin downwards a little bit so that your spine is straight. Relax your shoulders. Okay, and remember, well, if you're feeling pins and needles in the middle of the meditation, you can actually lean backwards a little bit, because you're feeling the pins and needles perhaps is because you're leaning too much towards the front. Okay, and if you're feeling a bit of a backache, just lean forward a little bit. Just adjust yourself a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Ready, Freon? So 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in the healing white light. And breathe out dark smoke representing all your worries, your stress, aches and pains, all the negative emotions. Breathe it all out. And every time you breathe in, always visualize white healing light filling your entire body from the top of your head to the tip of your fingers, to the tip of your toes. Your entire body is glowing in this healing white light, and you feel very relaxed and very calm. And every time you breathe out, visualize dark smoke representing all your negativities. Breathe all the darkness out. bring your focus to your nostril area. Focus on the sensation that you feel at the nostril area every time you breathe in and out. You feel very relaxed, you feel very calm. Watch your thoughts, watch your emotions. Bring your focus back to the nostril area. Watch the sound. Watch the aches and pains, the itch. Watch all that and bring your focus to your nostril area. Watch your thoughts, watch your emotions. Bring your focus back to the nostril area. 3, 2, 1. Bring your focus back to the room and take a deep breath in and out. Okay, so we're done with the 45-minute single-pointed meditation. Do share with me your experience for today, okay? And Dr. Heng, you can tell me your experience too. Okay, so as you're writing, I will read out to you what I wrote in my gratitude journal yesterday. Yesterday I wrote that I'm grateful that I can stop taking my BP meds. I'm grateful of the CPAP breathing machine. And number 3, I'm grateful of having tea with milk every morning. Okay? So that's what I'm grateful for. And let me know what you're grateful for as well. And as you're writing, I would like to also thank today's sponsor. Today's program is sponsored by, the first sponsor is Anonymous, dedicated towards all beings' liberation from suffering and attainment of compassion, wisdom, and true happiness. Second sponsor for today is Cindy Fu, dedication, may all sentient beings be happy and free from all the causes of suffering. And the last sponsor is Anonymous, dedication, may all have peacefulness. So thank you very much for your sponsorship. Should you wish to sponsor our online program, please do so, okay? Because this will actually enable us to sustain our online programs. So thank you very much. All right, so Cindy says that today's session is better than last week, more calm. That's wonderful. Hi Nancy, good morning. So how do you feel, Dr. Hank? Since you're meditating here, what's your experience?
Well, today I managed to complete the entire 45 minutes without stop. I feel great.
Okay.
And,
usually you're not able to, is it? When you're in your own house?
Maybe too many distractions from other things. Yeah, I think today's very focused.
Oh, wonderful.
And even though it's a little bit of ache for my legs, but I think I overcome it and just continue and, well, just done. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, great. So for Dr. Hank, it was easy for him to meditate with me in this room. So because he said that there was less distraction. Okay, so that's very good. So again, but you see, once we have gotten a better control of our mind by focusing, you can actually apply this to your everyday work when you go out. Yeah, because as you said, when you're in a different environment, there's so many things happening. Maybe your dogs, your cats, whoever's in your house. There's a lot of distraction, and that is the real practice. Actually, that's the real practice where you actually immediately, whatever you hear, whatever you see, bring your focus back to your breathing, and you can apply that throughout the day. So as you're working, now that you're working at home, and if you want to focus on your job, I'm sure there are other distractions as well. Okay, so with this new tool that you have learned, you can actually use that control of the mind to say, okay, thank you, I'll focus on my work and quickly finish it. So you can actually, so what I'm trying to say is whatever that you do when you meditate, you can actually apply it throughout the day. And that is where the benefit comes. Okay, so the real practice is when you're out there with all the distractions. All right, so that is, so, and that's why we meditate, so that we have a better control of our mind when we're out there. And if we don't learn to control the mind, we may not be as productive as we like, and we may not be as calm as we like. All right, I'm sure there are things out there that may not work out the way we would like it to be. Perhaps you have certain deadlines and you need to finish certain work, and the result is not as favorable as you would like, and so things happened, and then you have to also be very calm and at peace as well. So again, that's why focusing is actually very, very important and very, very beneficial. Okay, so Cochran says, gratitude completed mantra rolling, and we'll be getting another batch to roll. Oh, that's fast. That's wonderful. And number 2, colleagues tested negative for COVID-19. That's very good news. Calmer this morning, although it took me a little longer to still my mind. However, I still need to fine-tune my focusing. It's okay. So this is a continuous effort that we need to put in, and the more we practice, the more we meditate, the better we're going to have. That will become, and we will be able to control our mind much, much better. All right? So continue writing, and as you're writing, I will read you a wisdom quote from, again, 108 Ways to Grab My Apples. Okay, so today's quote is this: different practices for varied minds are necessary. So never criticize others' practices. Respect is a sign you are practicing. I'll repeat. Different practices for varied minds are necessary. So never criticize others' practices. Respect is a sign you are practicing. Okay, so what does this mean? What it means is this: there's no such thing that one practice is suitable for everyone, because all of us have a different mindset based on the environment that we grew up in, based on the culture, based on the exposure that we have throughout our lives. There's so many factors that condition us the way we are right now, even how we react and all that. So it's impossible to have one method that will be suitable for everyone. That is why, regardless of the difference in the methods, in the practice that we apply, regardless, as long as we are more calm, more at peace, as long as our mind is more open, more accepting, more selfless, as long as the results are such, any practice is actually good enough. It's actually good for you. Any practice. Okay, that's why it says respect is a sign that you are practicing. Respect is a sign that you are practicing. Because why? Because when we truly practice to evolve for the better, definitely respect is something that we will realize. There's something that we realize. We respect each other's differences. Because as we practice, we notice that there's so many different types of minds out there, different preferences, and it's fine. That's fine. Because we realize that is the law of nature. We can never be the same. None of us are the same. Okay, so when we realize on a deeper level that in nature, I mean, look behind me with all the plants. They're all plants, but they all come in different shapes and size and colors, and so on and so forth. So, so we realize that is how nature is. So same thing with people. Same thing with people. So we learn to respect. We learn to respect each other's difference, and that is part of our practice. That's part of our practice. Okay, any questions? Do we have any more sharing today? Oh, everyone is very quiet today. Why do you think that, Freon? Why do you think that? Do you have any questions, Dr. Hank?
No questions. I just want to share that I feel so grateful to be able to complete the 45 minutes meditation without much distraction here.
Okay.
I felt super good and smooth. I think the energy in KFR is super different.
Oh, really? You feel a difference meditating here?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys hear that? I wonder if my mic can actually pick up his... Can you hear it?
I will type and share also.
Oh, you type and share. Okay. So Dr. Hang is saying that he's very grateful that he is able to complete the 45-minute meditation here without distraction. That's one. And number two, you're grateful that?
Of course, I feel very grateful to complete the 45 minutes here.
Yeah.
Especially in KFR.
Especially in KFR. And you actually feel a difference meditating in KFR. It's easier to ground yourself and to still the mind?
Yes, compared to at home, I think so. Yeah.
You see, that is something that is that I'm glad that you brought up. You see, why is it that there are certain people who actually like to go to certain places around the world to meditate, and there are certain places in the world where you see that there are many centers in that specific place for spiritual practice and meditation. All that is because these places are energized places. Okay, there are vortexes on the planet whereby, because of the energy, people find it much easier to still the mind and to ground themselves and to do different types of meditation. For Kechara Forest Retreat, because the area has been blessed by very holy monks, that's why, again, if you're very, very sensitive, as soon as you step in, you will feel that the place is highly energized. It's highly energized. That is why when we meditate in places like Kechara Forest Retreat, you will also notice, and I'm glad that Dr. Han actually noticed that, you find it easier to ground yourself and to still the mind. Much, much easier. Okay? Much easier. So for us to practice, yes, it is easier to practice in Kechara Forest Retreat because it is highly energized because of that. Okay? So any quote-unquote holy places, you will feel that energy. Definitely. Yeah, so I'm glad that Dr. Heng actually pointed that out. Iman, able to focus better at the beginning and towards the end of the session, experienced something different this time, which I never experienced during the meditation so far. After 15 minutes, I felt impatient, even though I'm not in rush for anything and struggling to focus back on my breath. JP, I think you have never talked about impatience and how to overcome it. It would be good if you can share your thoughts. Impatience. Well, I'm glad you brought it up, Iman. What is impatience? Well, impatience is a feeling whereby you can't wait, that you can't wait for something to happen. In this case, you are impatient, and that you just can't wait for the 45-minute session to finish. Now, and that is an attachment as well. The attachment of just wanting something to happen already. Okay, and that is because of our attachment to our attachment of the expectation that things should be fast, and we get very agitated as a result. So, again, bringing the focus of that thought or of that emotion. Watch that, bring your focus back to your breath. That feeling of impatience is an emotion. So watch it. Watch it, bring your focus back to your breath around here. Okay, and if you focus on that emotion of being impatient, you add more energy to it and you will feel more and more impatient and more restless, more agitated. That's why it's a good practice to shift your focus to your nostril area. And if you feel impatient throughout the day because things are not happening as fast as you would like it to be because of your expectation, okay? No right, no wrong. There's no right, no wrong to being impatient. You can be impatient for good reasons, Just like how my teacher was very impatient that certain virtuous projects need to be completed. Virtuous projects are projects whereby you know that after you complete this project, you will benefit many, many people. So my teacher had the impatience that we're not working fast enough to complete that. Because why? The motivation is such. It's like in a hospital. As long as your hospital is not complete and the doors are not open to receive patients, we are not helping people. Every day we're not open, we're not helping people. And there was that urgency and that impatience. Okay? The urgency and the impatience that, hey, hurry up, we need to open, so that people will get a sense of relief when they step through the doors. That kind of impatience, or we call urgency, the urgency, I think that is more positive, is actually good. It's actually very, very good. Okay? But if the impatience or that urgency, that sense of urgency, gives us stress, then focus on the breathing or focus on the task at hand. Focus on the task at hand. Okay? You see, the stress arises because we choose to react. We choose to react and add on to that impatience. The agitation we feel, we experience, is a reaction to the impatience that we feel, because things are not happening as fast as we would like. So again, you check our mind. If we have done our best and things are still not happening as fast as we like, or the person is not changing or transforming as fast as we like, or don't get it, then perhaps we may need to change our methods. The key here is this: after we've done our best, and if the results are still not there yet, most of the times we will feel very impatient, and most of the time we will feel very agitated as a result. Okay, I'm like that too a lot of times. So we check our mind, and then we see, okay, so maybe I try a different method. And I keep trying a different method, in order to get the desired results. Yeah? So instead of focusing on my feeling and whatever my reactions may be, which doesn't help the situation, I focus on, okay, let's see what else I can do. So to be more constructive is what I'm trying to say. Be more constructive. Does that make sense? Dr. Hank? Okay, and any questions about impatience? No. Dr. Hank, so different. He gets it when he's here. I guess the energy is so good. Very clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So again, impatience is a reaction because of our attachment to what we expect. Okay, so realize that. Once we realize that, we go, oh, okay. I'm not saying that, let's not have expectations, no. But do not have expectations drive us, into a state whereby that you react all the time, be it positive or negative. Because otherwise, again, our emotions, we will be driven by our emotions, and that's where it creates a lot of stress, a lot of suffering, mental suffering, and a lot of restlessness that we feel, and that's where we get out of control. All right, step back, watch your emotions, and focus on what is most important at hand. Okay, so that's my point there. Okay, so Iman, I hope I hope you're clear on that. If not, please let me know. Jillian, JP, I've been meditating every day, either a 5 to 10 minute or 45 minutes. When thought arises, I'll bring it back to my breath, and there is just calm feeling and a sense of brightness around. So this is what my meditation is like. Like today, it's the same, though there are thoughts but I will bring it back to my breathing. Is my meditation stagnant? No. No, Jillian, your meditation is not stagnant. Okay? There's no such thing as a stagnant meditation. Again, the key to meditation is learning to control the mind by focusing. Okay? It sounds like you have a much better control of your mind now, and that is why when we control the mind and when we can still it, we can still the mind, you will experience some form of lightness. You will experience some sort of bliss. It is so peaceful that you feel that you're at bliss. Your entire body is just vibrating in a higher mode, and you feel almost it's like you're so happy, but you don't know why. And you feel very fulfilled, and you feel very joyful, but you don't know why. That is a state of mind. That is a natural state of mind. So what you're doing is you're actually connecting to your natural state of mind when you still it, and there are no distractions like aches and pains, or your mind is wandering elsewhere. Thoughts arise, emotions arise. So these are distractions. Yeah, so definitely you're not stagnant, Jillian. You're actually connecting to that authentic part of you, and you actually experience it because you have controlled it. So it's very, very good. Very, very good. Okay? With that state of mind, you will have clarity to understand even more and even deeper from all the explanations that I've been giving you all throughout the last few months. Okay, so once you get to that state of mind, where it's very clear, you're like in bliss, think about my talk. Think about different topics that you have read or that you have heard. Think about it and how it relates to you. That's the time where you dissect and go deep into these aspects of your mind, and you'll be able to understand yourself much, much better. All right? Dr. Hank wrote, so grateful to be able to complete a 45-minute meditation without much distraction here. Felt super good and smooth. The energy and care for it is definitely different. So peaceful and calm. And that is why after CMCO, I would like all of you to come. Perhaps join me in my morning meditation, or even attend our Inner Peace retreat if you have not done so. Have you participated before? No, never. Oh, you should. Well, I won't be conducting it. It's conducted by our beautiful Peng Li King. She has been teaching our Inner Peace retreat, which is a introduction to meditation, for many years already. Yeah, and we will teach you not just on the breath meditation. You can do the walking meditation, eating meditation, meditation through art. So we introduce various types of meditation. So whichever, and you can explore whichever it is that works for you. Yeah, so do that. And definitely when you meditate here, it's much easier to get grounded. Corinne, I stopped the meditation after several minutes into it, as I kept falling asleep due to medication taken last night. Grateful to support a friend by helping buying cookies that she's selling. Okay, well, thank you for sharing. Sometimes, yes, you're very tired. It's very difficult to meditate. Definitely. Practice. Maybe you didn't sleep well. You had your medication, and it has side effects. It's fine. That is where it becomes more challenging, and that is where we put in more effort to try to focus. Sleeping is also something that you can control. That's what I've learned with my teacher. Every time we're very tired, my teacher would actually train us to focus and listen to his talks. Focus on his talks, and my teacher would talk for hours intentionally so that we will focus on his talks, and he will push us to, instead of focusing on our tiredness, he will actually push us. And Rinpoche would actually do that for many years. How I know is because when I first started, I said, "Oh, Rinpoche, I think we're all so tired. Perhaps we can continue tomorrow." And my teacher said, "Oh, that is actually the reason why Rinpoche would actually continue talking for many more hours was actually a training for us. It was actually a training for us to push ourselves to overcome our fatigue, to overcome it by using our mind to control it. And what is the benefit? Because when we are in Kechara, there are times whereby people need our help in the middle of the night. It can be, past midnight, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. They need our assistance through prayers, urgent prayers that need to be done, or urgent advice that need to be given by my teacher, because it's a matter of life and death. So we as assistants need to be there, to be on standby in order to assist my teacher. It's just like working in a hospital, right? In the middle of the night, you get a call, somebody needs urgent attention, so you got to just jump out of bed, and you're there to stand by and help. So, and you got to focus on the person that needs your help. So that is a practice. That is a practice because, like I said, we are creatures of habit. Our mind loves to be habituated. We get into that automatic mode very easily. So that's why when we train, it's like some of us at a certain time, immediately you're like, you want to fall asleep already at a certain time. Or at a certain time, all of a sudden you feel hungry because the body has been trained to eat at a certain time, to sleep at a certain time, and to do certain things, whatever it is that you do at a certain time. So so because of that automatic mode, it's good to actually break it, be mindful, train the body not to be so fixated. Why? So that you suffer less. So that you suffer less. There's so many people out there that that are so habitual with the time they eat. It's like 1 o'clock, they must eat at 1 o'clock sharp, otherwise they feel very agitated, right? How many people do we know that? And certain people, by 10 or 11 or even 12 a.m., I have to sleep, and their eyes, keep wanting to shut down. And no matter what you say, they say, "Oh, I cannot, I have to sleep. So break that habit because sometimes there are urgent matters that need to be addressed during those times. And then we go, "Oh my goodness, I wish I could control myself because I keep falling asleep." Okay, I'm not saying Korean because you're on medication. Okay, that is an exception. I'm just saying when we wean ourselves from these habits, you will notice that you become lighter, that you don't become a slave to your habits. And because you're not attached or a slave to your habit, you can eat anytime you like, you can sleep anytime you want, and basically anything goes. Anything goes. So you're not driven. So your life is not dictated by all these habits that you have, that you've developed throughout the years. That's my point there. Okay, so that's why in Kechara, We eat whenever we want to eat. We sleep whenever we want to sleep. We do whatever it is that we can do for the sake of the people who need our assistance. And your mind is much lighter. Definitely much lighter, and you feel that you're not bound by all these self-created limitations. Yeah, even though you're having a headache or a migraine, you still need to do what you need to do, because why? There are many people out there who need your help. So whatever work it is that we do in Kechara, it's for the sake of everyone out there. So many times, no matter how difficult, how much migraine we're going through, or how tired we feel, physically tired, we still need to get it done. And that is the training here. Okay, and that's what I always tell Freon. Every week, poor thing, she suffers from migraine. She does. And she needs to lay down. So I said, well, as part of your training to overcome all these discomforts, you can still do your work in bed, or take a quick nap, power nap, wake up and continue. Okay? Of course, if you have a medical condition, if you're not able to, you're not able to. But that is how these are higher practices that we do. Higher practices of controlling the mind. Higher practices. Because, as I said before, when the time comes, the big day comes. What's the big day? Our death. Yes, it's a very morbid subject, but it's something that we need to talk about. But these are for more advanced practices. Because when we go through the process of dying, you don't know what your body is going through. You will not know. There's no expectation, because we don't know how it feels. So there can be a lot of discomfort, a lot of pain, and how do you focus on calming your mind before you take your last breath and you suffer less? And all these are important. That is why it is important for us to control the mind while we still can. Okay, I can talk about that later, but that is a more advanced topic. All right? Okay, great. So if we don't have any more questions, I'll end today's session right now. Okay, so we will continue tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. sharp. And again, please share today's session on your own personal Facebook page, because you never know who will benefit from our session. You never know. All right, so on that note, have a great Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.